welcome to Bucket List Adventure. My name is Paul, and the series we're going to get into is all about feeling good, well-being. How do I be the very best version of myself without being one of those big monster motivational series where you're the 2% and you have to do. You wake up and you work and you never ever sleep and everything is max and everything is 100%. Well, that's not what we're about here. This is feeling good the bucket list adventure way. So we all have things in our lives, we all have goals, we all have frustrations, we all have things we're not happy with, we all have things that we're very happy with. What this series aims to do is to break all of that down a little bit into some core fundamental elements that allows us to really kind of explore that a little bit. The key goal here, guys, is to feel good. So we're not trying to lose weight, we're not trying to get fit. We want the outcome to be, I want to feel better about myself. I'm a firm believer in kind of achieving that. We need to do that in a few different ways. So we can't ever just do one thing or impact one element of our lives to transform the whole of our life. If that's what we're looking to do, is to go for that kind of broad spectrum transformation with the little t, not the big T, the little t. What do we need to do? So I think mental health, our mental state, our mindset, whichever one you want to kind of call it, whichever you relate to, but is where is my current state of mind, how much of that meets my current expectations about my life, and how that then translates to the way I feel within my life. So our mental state, mental health, mental well-being, whichever way you want to connect to that, that's element number one and fundamental to the other elements as we get into this. Element number two is my physical health. So how well am I looking after myself right now? How well am I treating my body? My body and my mind are intrinsically linked. They are one and the same thing. So if I look after one but neglect the other, I'm not going to feel good. If I look after both at the same time and find ways of being able to factor that into my life, my physical health and my mental health, the culmination of those things equals then my state of mind, my overall feeling about myself. And that has massive knock-on effects to everything else about me. So how confident I am when I go out into the big wide world, how confident I am when I'm in my bedroom by myself, how happy I am in myself without the need to satisfy anything else, without the need to compare or contrast my life with other people's lives, without the need to feel like I need to meet a certain standard. What we're aiming to do is to feel good because I feel good for me, regardless of everything else we have in our lives, and we'll unpack all of that kind of stuff. The other stuff that we're going to look into is nutrition and hydration and sleep. So factors that impact the other two big ones, which are my mental and my physical health. So we'll get into that a little bit as part of this series. So we'll break it down. We'll run the series out from a physical health point of view. So you'll see that in all of the different sections. We'll try and make it as bite-sized as possible, so it's manageable, it doesn't feel overwhelming, it feels achievable, and that's a fundamental as part of this series, that what I am setting out to do is achievable for me, and I have the right motivations to go out and achieve what I want to achieve based on why I want to achieve it, not why anyone else wants to achieve it or why the world perceives that maybe I should be a certain way, why I want to achieve it and how that translates to me feeling good about myself. We'll set that out in a mental health series as well, again smaller sessions as we kind of go through, and then we'll get into a little bit of the actually doing the do. So a little bit about me. So my name's Paul, I'm a coach, so a life coach really. I don't necessarily specialise in any one particular area. I've got lots of clients that I help in lots and lots of different ways. One of the fundamentals and really part of why I want to do this series is that everyone broadly wants the same thing, in that they feel stuck or they feel like they're on the hamster wheel and just going round and round and round, and have got a sense of the mundane, or they want to feel like they can achieve something else. They want to feel like they can break free. They want to feel like they can expand their wings and go do or be the person that they feel that they're meant to be, but for whatever reason they've got some blockers in the way as it stands at the minute. My job is to unpick that and help people get back on track to kind of where they want to get to really start living their best version of themselves. That's what I do, that's what I love, that's my passion. What I'm not is I'm not a trained counsellor, I'm not a trained psychotherapist, I'm not a fitness coach in any which way, sense of the form of the word. I'm not a nutritionalist, I'm not expert in any of these things, but I am interested in this world as a whole. What you won't find from this, so if you've got expectations of getting into things like macros and getting right the way down into the micrograms of nutrition and protein and carbohydrate and how I should build all of that, that ain't me, that ain't this channel. What we do here is things the bucket list adventure way, the BLA way, in terms of the simplest possible version to get somewhere, to be able to then make a change and sustain a change. You can read for days around these topics and it is mind-blowing the depth you can go into some of this thing and probably come out more confused than where you started. So we're going for absolute simplicity. We're going for breaking out of our comfort zone, but we're not looking to be uncomfortable in the sense of crisis. So we're not looking to go too far too fast. We're looking to go from comfort to uncomfortable without going to crisis, in that kind of shape and that model, and we'll do it together. So I'm going to do this at the same time as you do this. Myself, I've experienced problems with my own mental health. I've gone through that. I've walked the walk. I understand what it feels like to not necessarily be in control of your own state of mind sometimes. I am a person that likes to set goals but doesn't always achieve those goals at the same time, so it comes up with lots of motivation, but I really struggle to finish things or follow things through. So I am where you are within this, and hence why I want to do this with you. So we'll do this together. I think we're going to go probably about 6 weeks in totality, just to be able to form up and shape up some new realistic habits. 6 weeks is probably a good time scale for us to do that within, to start forming up different things, to figure out what works for us, to figure out what doesn't work for us, and it will just give us the opportunity to kind of test out some areas of kind of the unknowns of our life as we kind of go through this as well. So really excited to doing this with you. Really looking forward to experiencing them myself, to kind of understand the unknown within me, and I really hope you guys are in that same place as well. So looking forward to this. Let's get on.